Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is April 1st and today I'll be taking you on our first garden tour of our 2020 spring garden here in Central Florida, Zone 9, and it's a beautiful day. It's about 73 degrees. It's been super hot the past few weeks, so this will be just the last bit of cool weather that we'll be getting, and today would be the perfect day to take you and show you how everything is growing. So if you guys are just joining in on my channel and this is the first time you've ever watched one of my videos, I recently did a video on all the seeds that I'm starting in my 2020 spring garden. So I will put that video in the description below so you can actually see all the seed brands and types of seed varieties that I have in this particular garden. So hopefully that will be helpful and my rooster will be quiet as much as it can be. Here we have 3 different gardens. I have a small garden. This is where my gardening started, and it just wasn't enough to feed the family, so I asked my husband if we could have a bigger area, and he is a builder and he built me this beautiful backyard space with plenty of gardening space and entertaining area that we could all as a family enjoy. So over here I have some collard greens left over from fall. They were still producing really well, so I decided to just keep them in, and it's typically what I would do is pull my collards out and replace them, but these just looked way too good and I didn't have the heart to pull them, so I figured if it's still feeding our family, let's keep it in. And the bugs are definitely setting in, and it's really hard to keep bugs off of my greens in the spring and summer. I try to do everything here organically, so I don't use any synthetic pesticides or fertilizers on my vegetables, and I typically use non-GMO seeds or organic seeds if available. So I also popped in a few okra over here. This is my shadier area of the garden. Thought I would just kind of test it out and see how my okra did over here. I usually have some lettuce in this area. I actually just started some, and they're starting to come up here. With the pandemic we're in right now, decided, you know what, maybe I just need to start a little extra food. You just never know what's going to happen, and I hope all of you guys are staying safe and listening to your officials and staying home, not merging as big family outings, and you younger people staying out of the bars and restaurants. And I really hope that you are taking this seriously for everyone around you's lives. It's so important right now to just listen to officials. This will pass, and you all, if you haven't, should start a garden to be more self-sufficient. And a lot of the stuff here feeds our family. I will be doing a video on Gardening 101, just the basics of starting a garden and how quickly and easily you can start a garden here in the next week or so. Here's some Swiss chard. This was actually in my tower garden right here. I went ahead and it was still producing, so I figured I would put it over here in the shade and see how well it would continue to produce through the spring. I added some more strawberries into my tower garden. This is usually where I would have my over here we have some celery. I've just been pulling small stalks off the bottom to feed our chickens with. And we have, I believe now, 10 hens and 1 rooster. So anytime our kids see some browning leaves, or if bugs got to a leaf, they'll just pull it, and we have a little chicken scrap little area where we just keep it. And anytime we go down to feed our chickens, we'll take those with us. So it's also nice with our garden being able to feed our animals and give them treats that we're not spending a whole lot of money. It's just garden waste, which then helps our chickens that produce for our family as well. Here is some Dinosaur Kale. This has been really easy to grow. Dinosaur Kale can be eaten raw and mixed into salads or cooked down like a collard green. I was surprised how good it tastes mixed into a regular salad, and the nutrition value of your salad is going to be much higher with kale in it. Look at how beautiful they are. Over here I have some short day carrots. I started in the fall with some radishes and then replaced them with short day carrots. I have some onions in here, and then I just started some eggplant here. So I have 6 plants right here. Over here I have some succulents, and I'll show you actually here at the end some of the succulents that I've recently acquired from a friend, and some of the plants that I'm growing from leaves of the succulent plants I already have. So that has been a new fun thing for me to do, in a very inexpensive way that you can easily do as well, multiplying your succulent plants. So over here we have our desert roses, and they look so good right now. They just started to flower. Look at how pretty those are. This tree right here is my favorite tree in the garden. This is called a Queen's Wreath, and look at the flowers. There's just a ton of bees. I don't know if you can see any right now in there. Look at these flowers, how beautiful they are. So we have 2 trees we put on each side of our trellis. This is just an old railing my husband brought home from one of his jobs, and we trained it to trellis up here. And look at how cool that looks. This is so beautiful. Oh, here's some bees. I hope you guys can see that. But it's so fun to just come out here and just listen to the bees, watch them work. A hummingbird will come in from time to time, and it's just a really fun experience for the kids to watch. Over in this area, this actually used to just be a ton of flowers, and decided, you know what, I want to make this a space for food, and make it look ornamental with the different things that we added in to, you know, with purple cabbage and different nice flowering plants that we could eat. I recently pulled up a lot of kohlrabi, cabbage, cauliflower in this area. Popped in some zinnias. We have a couple rose bushes here. I've got some snow peas growing on this little bed rail here. So really the only vegetables I have left in this area are kale. I think I'm going to put some onion bulbs in here. I'm just not sure yet what I'm going to do here. Over here we have another, we have 2 20 by 20 gardens that are wrapped with blueberry bushes. In the beginning, when we started our garden, I wanted to have some kind of border to keep the rabbits out, the animals out. We decided we didn't want to really fence it in because we really liked the openness back here. So we started with the blueberry trees, bushes, and that really helped. But since then, we put in some rabbit fence, which has helped tremendously keep the rabbits out of the garden. So this is the first full season that I've had 0 rabbits in the garden, and it's been so nice. So I'm going to show you the plants over here that I've started this spring. Over in this row, these are carrots. We've just been harvesting as we go this year. You can see my 2-year-old has certainly been out here this morning. So there's 2 different varieties of carrots here. Probably in the next few weeks we'll be pulling a lot of these and storing them, and I think I'll be putting potatoes and some onions in this row. I have some cherry grape tomatoes that have been awesome this season. They're still producing a ton of cherry tomatoes. My neighbor actually supplied these to me. We trade plants and share, and it's such a wonderful thing as you start gardening. You know, you start meeting other gardeners and you'll learn from them, and hopefully they'll share some plants and tips with you as well. So I've since got some more of them from her, which are at a very young stage, and that I've trimmed back, and just to see what they're going to do through the spring. We're going to be traveling a lot this summer, so I didn't want to do too much work to the garden and get overwhelmed to when we do come home that I have it's already a lot to tend to. So here I've put in some squash. So here's the 2 different varieties of squash I have. I have 3 surviving squash plants from Baker Creek seed, and then I also did some summer squash. It's called early bush scallop. So I'm really excited about both these because I've never grown them before. This is a different variety of squash, and I can't remember the name right now. Oh, look at that onion, how beautiful it looks. Because if you watch the video that I last posted, you'll see that I had some trouble with pests getting into my seeds and ate most of my squash seeds. So I believe I tried a new variety, and I think I had some surviving from my first variety. So I think these 3 plants are from the first variety I started, and then the others are from a different variety. So I'm gonna post here. I have some Mongolian sunflowers. Those have been super fun to grow. They can grow up to 10 to 12 feet, and I certainly had one. This past New Year opened up that was towering us, and it was really beautiful. Over here I've got some snow peas, which I did have some green beans on these before. Have some more snow peas over here. Oh, I have to show you our blueberry bushes, how good they're doing. These are called emerald blueberries, and they produce twice a year. I don't know if you can see all these blueberries that we have on these trees. We're already harvesting about a handful a day right now, enough to make a couple parfaits. But look at how beautiful these are. Look at that. I always tell people, here's some that are ready. I always get the question of what's easy to grow. What should I start with in my garden? And I always tell people, grow what you like to eat. Our family loves blueberries. I would buy blueberries at our grocery store every week. It was always on my list because I know how rich with nutrients they are, and they're a cancer fighter, and I just absolutely love them. So I still go to the grocery store and buy blueberries when we are not in season. But when they are in season, of course, I am saving money. Look at those, how pretty they are. So certainly it's fun growing new varieties, and a lot of different things are real easy to grow. But I always tell people to grow what you're going to eat, because it's going to be more rewarding when you do all the work and then you harvest that food and you actually eat it and enjoy it. Is going to be the end result of all of your hard work into the gardening. And if you have a bunch of food that you're harvesting that you don't really like and your family doesn't like, it's kind of pointless to let it go to waste. So over here I have some okra. These are Baker Creek seed Jing orange okra. I have a row of over here, and then I have a row of Clemson okra, and they're all looking really good. I've got a little ants starting to eat some of them, but look at how pretty that color is. Over here I have some green beans growing. Now I did this as an experiment. These are Dollar General green beans. The packs that you see that are like 2 for $1, I've always breezed by them. I'm like, no, they gotta be cheap seeds. I will never use them. But you know what? I honestly wanted to know what's the difference between their seeds and a typical heirloom green bean and how they grow. I'm always very strict on what type of seeds I'm buying, but I really just wanted to do this for my viewers to show if you don't have heirloom seeds or non-GMO seeds available to you, and you find a deal at the Dollar General, or even if it's just a fun garden and you want to grow green beans and you eat a lot of them, they're certainly going to be better than your green bean that you're going to buy in the store, because they're going to be fresh. You're growing them yourself. If you're not spraying them with pesticides, they're way better than the ones in the store, because most likely those ones in the store are being sprayed with pesticides. So here are our Dollar General green beans that are just flourishing, and I'm not going to lie, these actually, the germination rate on these were pretty awesome. I would say about 98% of these germinated, and I direct sowed these right into the ground. So take it or leave it, but so far they're doing really good. So there is a very inexpensive way. Those were 2 packets of Dollar General store green beans, and they're all doing really well. So over here I have some quick quick day carrots. I'm gonna actually pull one up for you guys. Pull a few so you can see some of them. That's a nice one. So every day our kids kind of come out here, and if they're hungry, especially being home, all they want to eat is all day long, "Mommy, I want a snack, I'm hungry." And I'll just tell them, go in the garden and get a snack. So they come out here and grab a carrot. Over here I have 1,000 head kale. It's really hot. So they have been struggling with bugs, as you can see, all the holes on them. Most likely I'm going to spray these really heavy. I'm going to harvest most of the leaves and soak them and wash them up and cook them down, and then kind of see how they go. Just kind of soak them with neem, see if we can't get a few more servings out of them. Maybe even let them go to seed so I can save some seeds. But this has been a really successful crop this fall for us, and I really highly recommend them because you can just eat off them all winter long. Now I have lots of different varieties of peppers through here. I'm not going to go through all of them. In my past videos I do go through all of them, but it's just a different variety. I've lost a few and I put in a couple new ones. I have to show you guys this onion because I'm quite proud of it. Let's see how big this onion can get right here. I've really enjoyed growing onions. This season I put an onion between every plant to help with pests. As far as bugs, typically don't like the smell of onions, so this has really helped my garden keep the bugs at bay. Over here I have some new grape cherry tomatoes, and the rest of tomatoes here, the bigger ones are beefsteaks. I have cut them back. I got most of the production off of them this past month, and as soon as I did, I went ahead and cut them back, and just to see how they would do as far as through the rest of the spring, what they would produce instead of putting a new plant in. I've done this in the past and I've had some really good success. So instead of planting twice a year, starting new plants, just letting that plant reproduce through the season, both seasons. So I'll kind of keep you updated on that. And here's another grape tomato that I have in. I've lined this side with sunflowers, mammoth sunflowers variety. I have a couple of zinnia, another sunflower over here. And I think I've pretty much covered everything in the garden. Over here, I've recently pulled up a lot of weeds. Oh, I've planted bush beans in here. This should be fun. And trying to clean up our little fairy garden over here, trimming trees. I think I'm going to put some more onion bulbs in here. And over here is kind of my working area. And a lot of succulents that I've been working on. And I will be doing a video soon on how to propagate succulents. They're so easy to propagate. And here are some plants that a friend had given to me. She just took cuttings from her plant and I replanted them. And we're going to see how those go. This is actually succulents that I started from my own succulents. I started with 4 succulent plants and I've just multiplied them and made so many more plants that I can enjoy, my family can enjoy. And check that out. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what a succulent looks when it starts to grow a new succulent, what the leaf would look like. So I wanted to show you this area over here. Recently, I sold my first set of plants to our local nursery. That's another video I would like to do, is how to make money from the garden that you're using to help pay for the food that you were growing for your family. That was kind of the goal of starting extra plants to sell to my local nursery, is to kind of wash the cost of money that I'm putting into my garden. So really at the end of the day, the garden is an absolute 100% free to our family. and it's fun for me as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. If there's anything that you guys want to learn or you'd like me to do a video on, please comment below, because that will help me start with making videos that you guys actually want to see and will actually be helpful to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video and found it helpful. I hope you guys subscribe to continue watching my garden grow. Talk to y'all later.